Good day, everyone. Chaplain V here. Today I want to talk about mandating chipping. I would like to know what's your take on mandating chipping. If you have a business, do you think you still have to partake in it? I feel that if we're living in society and time is going to progress like I know it is, I think it's going to be a high chance that people will be forced into mandated chipping. I don't know if you guys ever seen the movie called Demolition Man with Wesley Snipes and Sylvester Stallone in it. And basically, if you really break that movie down, you will see that the main reason they were homeless is because they didn't want to conform to society's standards. It wasn't, no matter what, it's always a class issue, but they were mainly homeless because they didn't want to conform with how society was governing. They didn't want to conform to the rules and the standards and so forth. So if we have to be mandated chipped, you know, I feel like we wouldn't have a life. Everything would be accounted for, and the movement would be rather monitored. And it's almost like an invasion of privacy. So I just really wanted to know what's your take on mandated chipping. And I know, I believe it kind of came to fruition after 9/11. Maybe the purpose was because of terrorist purposes. There were and are people who volunteer for chipping, and I think the animals are chipped and so forth. But I just seen a major shift in society on how they do things, from the chipping, the credit score. Everything is credit based. It's just a major shift in how things are in society, from a person getting X amount of years for killing an animal over a human being, or from murderers constantly getting out of prison for not properly screening people. We have to look at stuff like this because society is seriously changing. And the question is, are you going to conform with it, or you're going to go underground? And that's quoted, by the way, quote unquote underground. So and then we got to think about this thing, currency. Will there be paper money, or will everything be on a card? And those, if they say that we're going to have mandated chipping and people don't want to comply, most likely those government programs will go away, from food assistance to medical assistance and so forth. So I really just honestly wanted to know, what is your take on mandated chipping? What's your take on how society has greatly shifted? It's shifted like with cameras. They had the big cameras, and then now they have the small cameras with the cell phones. They had all type of cell phones, then the flip phones. Now we got the iPhones, and society is really pumping the technology era to a point where people don't know what it's going to be like when they start manually doing things. And I feel that's going to be a major issue. People need to find, get some survival skills, tools or something. Even with the educational system, they're still lying about the things in history, but they're trying to remove cursive writing, and pretty soon they'll be expunging the word slavery, by putting refugees in there. So we really need to look at the change in society. It's going to be a great shift. So you guys, let me know what you think about this. What's going on? Chaplain V signing out. I bid you a wonderful day. Namaste.